Welcome everybody to this thing here today. And once again, Zoom has updated stuff and stuff isn't where I thought it would be or could find. So we are recording. Here we go. Mark, let me give you
do you want me to double that again, Don?
Well, if you don't mind, I didn't need it last time. I figure you figured that out. So
yeah, go ahead and I'll.
Okay, you can record, and if I need it, I'll let you know. If I don't, you can just dump it.
Okay.
All right. And welcome everybody. Here we go. Sharing a page, sharing a screen. All right, packaging. Let me ask you this, was it fun? It's a little bit different.
More challenging than I expected.
Good. You know, we see this stuff everywhere, right? We see pictures of boxes of stuff and we think, oh, you know, we don't think much about it. We don't even think about it being something that somebody did. You know, for the first couple of years I was a commercial photographer. I had to explain to my mom and dad what I did. They didn't understand it. I said, well, I shoot commercial stuff. I shoot ads and stuff. And they're like this. So one day I actually brought over I think my dad was, at the time was getting Field and Stream magazine because he liked to be in the outdoors. And I grabbed one and I brought it in and I said, see this picture of this fly rod? And he goes, yeah. I said, somebody had to take that picture. Oh, that's what you do. Yeah, that's it. Not as glamorous as I guess. Other things is EJ here. All right. If that's EJ, that would be fortuitous. It's not. Here's what's great, EJ. Here's what's great. Man, you got those cookies right up there looking good. Your highlight in here is looking good. The whole can looks really good, but be very careful about these edges fading off like that. You see how the white in this starts to get very tough right into the background. What happens is if you go to print this, EJ, and you get it on the paper being white, and at some point there's not enough ink to get through to the paper, and so we get a muddy area. It's called dot gain, and you've got to make sure you've got enough density here that ink can get through before it gets to the point where no ink comes through, which is the white part of the paper. And that's also right up in here and in here. Watch out for your highlights not getting too bright there. Other than that, solid. We've got a little bit of a horizon there. No problem with the horizon line for the cookie thing. Looks very good, EJ. Solid. Let's look at how EJ did it. I think it's right there. Okay, essentially built a nice light tent here. And I think what you missed maybe is a little strip of black right there and a little strip of black right here so that the black catches that edge there, angle of incidence, angle of reflection right back to the camera. Everything else looks really good, EJ. Nice shot, solid shot. Love you guys. Oh, Michelle York, boy, Michelle, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, in the Project 52, we do a chocolate thing, and then so many people photograph this brand. I recognize this brand. Is this English chocolate? England?
I believe it is. Yes.
Yeah. Because everybody who shoots it from the UK.
Yeah, I've updated the picture. It's in my comments. Just slightly updated it.
Okay. Oh, that was fast. Hold on. Oh, that's the update. A little bit of color change. Is that it?
Yeah, and I've moved the chocolate closer.
Yes.
These chocolate pieces over a bit. Yeah.
Yes. Good. Good. This one's a little bit darker. This was a good move. The only thing I would have told you, Michelle, honestly, is I'd have this one come up into the yellow. Since you broke the yellow here with that, just have that piece come up just a little bit. That looks very nice. And they've already set up the idea of the chocolate breaking out there, right? Just bring it right up in there. Really, really cool. Your package looks good. This edge is getting a little bright right here. And if you print this on a with a halftone screen, that may be a problem right there. It's a little bit bright. That's where you need that black card over yonder for it to reflect, to get that edge. Always want to see the edges. Super good. You know what you could do? You could take this background right here, this little warmish gray background, and just bring it down about 3 or 4 clicks. And then I think the chocolate would stand out beautifully. The package. No, there's no reflections on the package giving it any problem. This is gorgeous over here. Your honey is just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I really liked how that came out. This is my very first attempt at this.
Yeah.
I've never done anything like this before. I used speed lights before, so.
That's beautiful. You did a great job. You should be very, very proud of it.
Thank you.
Very proud of it. Lay flat. Oh, were you like standing on the table?
I had it working by the Fuji remote system, so I could see on my phone. Yeah.
Okay, because rule number 1 of the class is do not hurt yourself.
No.
It's falling and getting banged up is not a good thing. Well, very nice, super. And how long did it take you to get everything lined up? Because your positioning is perfect. Just
I've messed around for about 2 hours.
Yep.
Trying to set it all up and figure it out.
Yeah, wonderful. This is your first time with speedlights, you said?
Yes.
Well, darn good job. Look at you, all professional here.
I've been watching lots of your videos, so.
Good. Excellent. Well, it's really
Thank you.
paying off. I love the little messenger pad here used to block the light.
It's black on the other side. I was trying to get that side of the chocolate bar. Like you said, it was a bit too white, but I just couldn't do it.
Yep. Well, that's where you another thing you can do, Michelle, is to do a bracket, just like we did in the old days. Just bracket it, and then you'd have that little bit darker edge right here. Then you could just float over and just bring it in. Just very careful with the mask.
Right.
Yeah, very cool. You can also take your raw, process it a little bit darker than you have here, right?
Yeah.
And export it as another layer in below this one and get your edge back that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots of ways to do that. Very nicely done.
Thank you.
Rick Marlowe.
Yeah.
Hi, Rick. How you doing?
Good. Good morning.
Wow, that's very clever. Nicely done. Great highlight from the right side. I like how you've let the highlight gradate across the box, so we get to see the texture of the box. And you've got a light, I think, in here. Is that what's going on in there?
No, it's shooting. You'll see on the behind the scenes. It's shooting from back right.
Oh, okay. From back here.
Yeah. Got
it. Okay. This all looks great. The reflections look really good. Wow, it's this would make a very cool ad, Rick. The copy leads down to the drink. We got a little bit of copy over here that tells the story, and then down here what stores it's available. Make a nice ad. Make a very nice ad. I like it a lot. The thing I would have told you to do is put a white card behind your liquor here.
I put a yellow card behind there, and then I had to break it down and post a little bit. It was too strong.
Too strong? Yeah. Bring it back up. Bring it back up. Just the dark area. The edges, you're probably right. That's about where they are. Just bring that middle back up.
Yeah, and that was done in post because, like I said, I put a yellow, just a little Yes, well, we can't see it in the behind the scenes, but I just cut out a bit of yellow paper and stuck it behind there, and then it seemed like it was too yellow, right?
If this is your camera coming to the glass, what angle was the yellow card behind it?
Right behind it, basically.
Like that?
Yeah. Arguably at a little bit of an angle, but pretty much that way. Just enough that it was hidden behind the shot glass.
Okay. I would have had you put it like this, so that the light from over here maybe comes out about to here. The light from over here would light the yellow card up,
and that make it so
gradient, and then it would come through here. Then if it's too powerful, like you said, too powerful, that's even better, because you do one without and one with, and then you just blend it to where you want it to be.
And in fact, that's exactly what I did, Don, because the base of that glass, it's thick glass. That yellow, of course, filled all that in with yellow, right?
Yeah.
And so I took another shot without the little card and then blended that.
Good. Yeah. I would just simply say this part right here, let's just bring back some of that back.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Really nice. And what lens did you use, sir?
If you go in my behind the scenes, there you go, 24-70. That's kind of my go-to.
Okay. 60 millimeter.
Yeah.
Nice. Go back and look at the image, because it's always fun to see how. All right. Love how you're getting that highlight right on the edge of that box. Man, a black box, that's a tough one. Very cool lighting. That's so mysterious in there. So mysterious.
It's an interesting box for sure. It's by the way, it's very good tequila as well.
If you get a chance to shoot it again, bring the bottle out a little bit so we can see the top of it.
That'd be an interesting one, Don, because it sits in it's cored out a little bit in there, so the bottle stays centered in the box, right? So I guess you'd have to fill that core so that the bottle could slide out just a bit.
Yeah, if we can't, whatever's going on back here, if we can't see it, we're okay. Very nice, man. Good job.
Thank you.
Mysterious and fun at the same time. Tiff's Treats from Jim Hill.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jim. We got a little white package back here that comes out nice and fine. It looks white to our eyes. This looks really good in here. And your pastries come up. You got these eyes up here. I would only, where'd my control thing go? Interesting. I lost my control panel.
Oh.
And I need it. Huh. What is going on?
I see little arrows popping up there.
Something's going on here. All right. Move over here. Ah, craziness. I'm going to stop share real quick, and I'm going to share again and see if I get my control panels back. There we go. What I was going to point out is we have these guys coming in front of the treats, right?
Right.
And then we get that little space there. And it makes me a little uncomfortable. I think I would have brought this right over just to, since you did it here, do it there as well. Just, that doesn't kill your shot or anything. It's just something to think about. If you do it here, do it somewhere else. Really.
That's kind of symmetrical.
Yeah, just the eye sees differences and then wonders why it's different, you know? So when we look at something like this and we see that space here, it's almost like this isn't connected to this anymore, because this overlaps that and that overlaps that, and then this one's sitting over here by itself. Keep the overlap going. It's like rule of thumb is if one thing overlaps, let everything overlap. If nothing overlaps, then don't let anything else overlap. So you make a choice. I like what you did here. Tiff would be happy. This would make a nice Instagram shot, something for, to talk about the stuff.
Yeah, we got some of those cookies in the oven right now.
There you go. Jim, did you take them out of the plastic thing or?
Yeah, we
Okay,
did
good.
do that.
This
Yes,
will be good. This will cause us not to see smoke in your Zoom mirror or your Zoom.
They'll be good. I'm in Iowa City, and it's 3 degrees and snowing.
Yeah, I'm in Phoenix. I don't even understand those terms. Jay's up there. Jay and I, we're just shaking our heads going 3 degrees. No, that doesn't make any sense. All right, very nice, sir. What was your lens?
35 milliliter. 35.
I wonder if people really live that way.
Yeah, I think it's all made up. I think it's a bunch of people conspiring to. It's probably beautiful back there. Just make us Arizonans not want to go.
The sympathy ploy.
Yeah, this is nice. I like your little flag over here, keeping the lights. We got a light behind this one as well, sir.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so 3 lights, clean. Back and look at the shot after we look at that. Yeah, controlled lighting on these guys. They look nice and round. Very good, Jim.
All right, thank you.
Lens?
It's a 35 millimeter.
Okay.
So it's on a crop sensor, so it's right at 50. So
okay, crop sensor.
that seems to be the lens that works for me on this stuff.
It's gonna work for pretty much, I would say about 80% of this. And then the other 20% will be split between like a 35 for a little bit of wide and like an 85 for a little bit of telephoto. Yeah.
I have actually one more quick question.
Yeah.
So on my camera, I have like one of those UV filters. Would you take that off of there?
You know what? I'm going to be very diplomatic here and say, if I tell you to take it off and you break your lens, you're going to be mad at me. Okay.
No.
In the studio, I do not shoot with anything in front of my glass.
Okay.
If I'm out shooting and like on my motorcycle, for instance, when I have my camera on my motorcycle, I got one on there. I got a UV filter on there all the time.
Okay.
It just protects my lens. But if I'm out shooting something like for a client or something, all that stuff comes off. I don't put anything on the front of my lens. The reason is I can't imagine spending the kind of money we spend on a lens and putting a $12 UV piece of glass on the front. Doesn't make sense to me. So no, I leave it off.
Okay, thank you.
Can I see the difference? I don't know. I'd like to think I can, but who knows? So it's so close to the lens, and Yes, sir. I don't do it in there. Fraz Anjum. Fraz, are you here? Fraz. All right. Okay, Fraz. If you're looking at this later, your horizon.
Yeah, I know Fraz, and I know he's got some personal issues. Young daughter's having some medical problems. So.
Oh my. I'm so sorry to hear that. Frost, get this back into Lightroom and straighten it up, man. You see this little, your horizon's kind of tilting down. And then when we look at the picture, this angle and this angle are not even. Everything's kind of leaning over. So I think you got a pretty darn nice shot. Your packaging looks very good. Your speaker looks great with the little gradient across the front. All of this looks good, including the shadows, because your little shadow going this way, little shadow going back there. This shadow defines this edge. This shadow defines that edge. It all looks good. It's just rotated. I'm sure the G is on a different layer, Fraz. So let's we'll leave it where it is, and let's just rotate this thing a little bit. Very good. Judy Hernandez.
Hi, John.
Hi, Judy's up in Vegas.
No, I'm in Santa Cruz, California.
Well, it looks like you were in Vegas this day.
Uh,
Wow.
Problems?
Judy, that's really good.
Oh,
First thing that our director's going to look at is, are these even? And they are pretty darn even.
they're close, but it was hard. See the end down where it says standard?
Uh-huh.
On the red ones on the left-hand side. I could get those pretty close. I think they're pretty good, but then it throws the Y off at the top.
Well, it's because they're cheap packaging.
Yeah, I was going to say they're just not perfect.
No.
So,
and the only way to do away with that is to shoot one and then just Photoshop them in.
oh, okay, yeah.
But that's a different price to your client, right?
Yeah, okay.
It's more work. It's a different price to the client. I think that you did in a single shot here, you did great.
Thanks.
The boxes, did you do some touch up on them? Because those boxes look better than they.
The only, I was going to ask you about this. The only thing I really had to touch up was, okay, I use speed lights and I'm not used to them, but I'm getting better.
Good.
Slowly but surely. And I use 3 speed lights and I have the transmitter on the camera, right? And when I go to press the shutter release, the transmitter emits these little red lines. And then when I take the shots, sometimes those red lines show up on the image. I don't know why.
All right. So are you shooting with Canon?
No, I'm shooting with Fuji.
Fuji. So the thing the camera is sending out the infrared for distance, right? Okay. And so what are your flashes? Are they Fuji flashes? Or are they?
No, there's 2 cheap ones, an Altura and a Mikey, and then the other, those are cheap ones, and then the more expensive one, which isn't real expensive, is a Godox.
Okay, so and you're using the little flash on top of your camera to fire to light them up.
No, I'm using a Godox transmitter.
The transmitter's throwing light?
Yeah.
Yeah. I use a Godox transmitter, and it throws out there's a switch on the side where you can turn it on and off, where it throws out the laser to enable focusing on a dark scene.
Got it. You turn it off.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. There should be a switch on the left-hand side that you can turn that off, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Off-on switch, and then there's another one that has a little symbol with little like a light emission thing.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's your laser light, focusing light.
Oh, okay. So I could turn that off, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Good to know.
Sounds like you want to, actually.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, you're getting used to speed lights. You did a really good job for someone who's a neophyte with speed lights. Yeah. One of the things about learning lighting with speed lights harder than any other kind of lighting is that there's no modeling tube on the speed light. You don't get to see what it's going to do until after you take the picture. Right. So one thing you can do is down at the, or you can go on Amazon and buy these little short. I have a big one. These little guys here, they make little bitty short ones. You can get like 4 for $12 or something. These high-powered flashlights. And put a little Velcro on your speed light and put a Velcro on each one of them and Velcro those to your speed lights. Then unless it's too bright in your room, but if you, wherever you shine your speed light, you're going to get a little bit of light back. So you're going to get an idea of where that light's going to fall.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. It's definitely worth it.
All right.
Yeah. Very good. Very solid. You've got a speed light down on the ground shining at your red thing.
Right. And then the other 2 are facing backwards, shooting into a white card.
Yeah, you jumped beginning speed light photography. You jumped way above middle when you're doing this. You're good.
All right.
You're good. You keep doing this. Yeah, absolutely. Most people when they get their speed lights, they aim the speed light right at the product. And you didn't.
Yeah, well, I was blowing it out. So
yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. Nicely done.
All right, thank you.
Really nicely done. Arnold. Getting to be the kind of shot I expect from you, Arnold. Are you out there? Oh, no, Arnold?
Hello?
What? There he is.
Hi, Don. Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Good. Yeah, so I didn't want to do a all white background, but this subject kind of like demanded that I do.
Yeah.
So this is what I came up with.
Okay.
Yeah, that the base of that in that area, it's truncated on the carton. So I could not make that flat. It's just the way the carton was made.
That is fine. It looks to me like it's got a little edge here, but clean it up. Clean up the manufacturing crap here. That's just how they manufactured it. You see, you got a dull one here and a dull one here and a really bright one there. Dull that one up.
Okay.
Make it match there. And guys, if you think that's being really picky, it's not. They will spend thousands of dollars having this retouched to the point where some clients will actually give you the font and you have to reset the type in Photoshop. Because if you've noticed, and I don't know why it is, but when you shoot type, it's never really as sharp as what we think it should be. But they'll actually have you reset the type. So this looks great, Arnold. If this was for a local store or something, they're going to go nuts. It looks really good. You kept your limes nice and bright. Got a little bit of a horizon, just feeling the horizon in the shot. That's really good. And your angle is good too. It's a really nice shot. What did you do? D750 with a 105. Okay. All right. That's good.
The question was, should I have put another bottle outside?
There's no answer to that. None. No answer to that. If you do put a bottle outside, you still leave all four in here. You know that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because I only bought one package, one pack, so I couldn't really take it out. And then the thing is, if I had shot a bottle, it becomes a beverage shot, right? Instead of a package.
Well,
That's my thinking.
If you shot a bottle outside of it, it would still be a packaging shot because really this is fine. I remember there was some cool ads back in the 80s for Budweiser where they actually had the 6-pack holders, those plastic holders, and they had one cut and the bottle, the cup with the can was out, but they made a big deal of the fact that it was cut. So it was part of the idea of the shot. But if you're doing anything like this, you definitely shoot the bottle out here. It's just like shooting scotch. You never shoot a half-empty bottle of scotch. Right.
Okay.
So the bottle of scotch is always full, even if there's some in the brandy snifter.
Right.
Or the whiskey snifter or whatever. Okay, this one's just coming right down on top of the whole set.
Yes.
All right. Going to a strip light with an egg crate grid and a strip light going through a scrim here. Feathered towards the camera, so a little bit brighter. Let's go back and look at your, really nice little highlights in here. Look very good. This little highlight catching that corner looks good. It gives dimension to the box. I like your limes. Really nice shot, Arnold. This is a keeper. Put it in your book. Put it in your book. Peace tea. This is Greg.
Peace out.
Peace out, buddy. Razzleberry.
Never heard of it before.
Well, it's probably something I would really enjoy, but the sugar content is probably through the roof on these things.
Well, I thought so too. I looked it up. 0 sugar in it.
What?
And it's made by Coca-Cola, which would have made me think it's full of sugar. No, 0 sugar.
Oh, I got to go to the Safeway store. That looks
Does it
good.
have sucralose and things like that? The
that stuff.
To sugar?
Yeah, I'm sure it probably has something like that in it. But
it does have lightly carbonation, but I didn't actually drink any yet. I still have a couple cans. I may have to try it.
I really like you approach this with a really different highlight right down the center here, and it works really well for this shot. And it's coming down the center there, and it's a little over to the side and a little over to the side. Do you have it behind the scenes?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting shot. It's a great shot, by the way.
Thank you. What's interesting is these cans are very shiny. I mean, I guess, like a Coke can is shiny, right?
Yeah.
So I have down below the camera is a white card, and I'm shooting back into the white card and bouncing up onto the product.
Okay. And that's what's giving us that little strip up the front.
Yep.
And everything is diffused here, but it looks to me like you've got it, you've got it pretty much covered.
So
with
actually,
light, so we're getting plenty of light. What did you do in post?
I extended the background in post, and I, sharpened it up a little bit in post, but that's roughly about it.
You didn't have to do any color correction, burning, dodging, etc.
Well, always clean up the little dots and
Oh, okay.
whatever, a little cleanup around
but you didn't have to like fix the hand or anything like that.
No, didn't have to do anything like that.
That's very good. That's a very nice shot, man.
Thank you.
In the portfolio.
Put it in there.
In the book. Yep. Oh, Carla, wow. Are you here, Carla? No, Carla? Oh, Carla, this is a really nice shot. Wow.
She was in here earlier, Don. I saw her name come up, but maybe she lost internet connection.
That's possible. There, I see her. Carla, are you there? You're muted, Carla. If you're trying to talk, you got your mute on. Hello, Carla. Okay. Well, this is just beautiful. Your backlight on this is stunning. All these colors, really, really, really cool. This is definitely a portfolio shot for you, Carla. Absolutely. Solid. Oh, look at that. She's got like a bag around the...
I have a very poor connection somehow.
Oh, okay. Well, it still says you're muted and you're talking, so that's got to be a hell of a...
I just have bad internet. Oh, no.
Okay. Really beautiful, Carla. Stunning.
Thank you. Don, what I have in the back is 8200, and I put, when I bought the shower curtain to do the scrim, it came like in a little bag. So I used that for the 8200 in the back.
Oh, so man, that's such a great idea. That's such a great idea. Oh, I never even thought of doing something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was useful for that. And then I used 2 other flashes like bouncing to the cards towards the side. And then I add another white card just like above, like in an angle, like just right after the lens. Okay. So I can have a little bit more pop in the front.
So,
but I mean, if I did the behind the scenes with that.
Right. Essentially, you had a white card doing this. Above, above the camera coming in. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you a product shooter?
Not really.
You should be.
Do more people. Actually, like with you, I think I want to go towards.
Yeah, you better add this to it because it's a killer shot. You're just the whole thing about it. I love it. It's just a great. The sensibility is great. It looks like a great ad shot right out of the camera. Done. It looks fantastic. Good for you. Super happy.
And then right after I did the whole thing because I borrowed the bottles from a local store. They told me that I could take the labels off from the back. I was like, thanks. But it was already too late.
Well, there you go. Did they let you keep them?
Yeah.
Did they let you keep the
No, I returned everything.
Well, see, next time if you take the labels off, they probably let you keep them. Give them a picture. Give them a picture. Yeah. Nicely done. Really nice.
All right. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Phil Wilding.
Oh, it's Jan, actually.
Huh?
It's Jan. I put them through on Phil's account. Sorry. So I should.
Okay.
It's Jan.
That's fine with us. We're good with that. So we've got the boxes that the jewelry comes in, and you got the little bag that the boxes go in, right?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Boy, when you buy jewelry here, they even give you nice bags. This is really pretty. Your little highlights under here, separating the ribbon beautifully, and the highlight and shadow on your cord here, a little bit of light, a little bit of light, a little bit dark in front, really looks good. The gradient across here looks good. This really coming down in here. That little kinky thingy there, that little kink, everything in this, everything here is so smooth and perfect. Just fix that. Just fix that in Photoshop. And the other thing is, I think we need to crop it over here.
Okay.
Because I don't think the space does anything for your shot. This is beautiful. It gives it that elegant look. That looks really good. But yeah, or maybe I'm a little too tight. Maybe a little bit more space over there. But
okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay. Then your highlight right here, this highlight.
Yeah.
Bring it up a little bit.
Okay. I was trying to take it down a bit.
No, you want to bring it up so it's a little bit brighter than your background.
Okay. Right.
So I would cut the bag like perfectly down those edges, just like that. Just be sloppy over here, because that's all we care about, right?
Yeah.
Bring that up and just kind of dodge that edge. If you've already dodged it, take it off. Dodge that edge out, bring it up a little bit, and then very slightly darken it from there down. Just a tiny bit of darkness, and that bag will just jump off.
Okay. Okay, I'll give that a go. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was a bit concerned whether I should have a bit more of a highlight on the side of the box that's standing on end next to the material.
Right.
Whether there was enough. You can't really see the top of the box particularly well.
This one or this one?
No, the one on the one on the right hand side.
Over here.
Yeah.
I see.
The box the lid is facing you with the writing on it, and I couldn't seem to get it defined enough as to where the lid was and the box.
I see plenty of texture up there.
Yeah, but coming down the side, I
don't right here.
See, yeah.
That you're talking about that edge. Oh, I wouldn't. No, I'm not even going to worry about that.
Okay.
I'm not going to worry about it. It's not. We've got that little notch there. We got that little notch there. That I'm not even going to worry about. But if you wanted to repair it, I would go down and do the same thing. Just cut this lip out in Photoshop, move it to a new layer, right? And then just burn that edge just very softly. Make it a little bit darker, and you'll just see it happening. But if it's on a new layer, it's really easy to do. If you try to do it on that layer there, it's a big problem. So just cut it out, move it up, and then just burn that edge just a tiny bit.
Okay, fine.
Yep. Very good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, let's look at your behind the scenes here. Do we have one? Do we have? All right. Nice with the little flag over here. This material. Boy, getting that material to drape had to be a job.
Oh, it was. Yes.
I think the worst part of shooting food is trying to figure out how to get the napkin to look right. You know, the cloth napkins. Oh, yeah, very nice. Really nicely done.
Hey, Don, question?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
If you look at her image, do you fix the crease on the bag in the corner?
This? I don't think
it's... No, the lower left.
Right here?
Yeah, that crease.
No, because I think that's what makes it look like a bag. If we get rid of all that stuff, it's going to look like a solid object. That lets us, reminds us a bag. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Yep. And Lee has, I don't know what that is. Is it soap? Is that soap, Lee?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very nice. Boy, you got great highlights on the top of this. Looking good. I love this red velvet or whatever that is back there with the light on it. Looking good. Your gold is coming out pretty well. Go into Photoshop. Sample that gold right there. Okay. And then make a box and get that gold to go all the way around that. We want that gold to be perfect. In here, remember I showed you how to use Vivesa?
Yes.
Yes. Grab one of those gold in Vivesa and if the circle that you're working with is about that big around, right? And then you raise it up, all it's going to do is move the gold. It's not going to mess with the black at all because it's too far away from the value. It'll just move that gold right up. And I would do the same thing here and the same thing here. You'll just pull it off. It's the Vivesa is that magical fill light that you can use after the shot. It's really, really cool.
Okay.
Very nice. Yeah. And a very clean shot. I like this. Your soap is all nice and focused here all the way through. Yep. We get those. Yeah. Get the gold fixed up here and you'll have a nice shot. What lens, Lee? What lens? Oh, it's up here.
The 56, which is 85. 56 Fuji.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. We get the big octa back here going into the board.
Yes.
And then we've got another light on the red somewhere, right?
Yeah, the camera right, highlighting with the gel.
Right. This one?
To the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So black material hit with the red gel.
Yes.
Got it. Very nice. Go back and look at the picture after we see it set up. Very, really nice. Solid, Lee. Solid. Are you driving around today?
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you out driving around?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Back in business.
Hey, Leah, I love you on your setup, the leaning light stand on the two-legged light stand.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right?
You got to do what you got to go.
Now, you know, when I look at this, all I see is a big invitation for my left foot. That's just what I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I let it out very carefully, so I try not to go in that direction. I go all the way in the back.
Yeah, very nice. Well done, Lee.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Lauren, wow. Wow, good shot.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna little Photoshop for you though. Got a little Photoshop. You got to get these tomatoes over here, man. Just
I had them over there and I moved them because I didn't want to have a tangent.
Well, I would have this tomato actually coming in slightly in front of that thing and you're done. Just
okay.
If it's, yeah, you're done. Because these guys are they're too far to the left for me. Too far to the right for me. Your highlight looks great. The ketchup looks great, and your label looks astounding. Wow, look at your perfect verticals going here, man. Look at you. You have come a long ways, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
And it was 30 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Wow. I've gone from using the autofocus to manual focus now.
Yeah, I use manual focus. I use manual focus for tabletop almost 100% of the time. I get tired of playing hunt and find. And I use Canon and Canon is known for focus that is, a suggestion. Nikon focus it, Canon gives you kind of a suggestion. Especially with backlight. Oh yeah, Canons love backlight. Don't you just love it? My Nikons, boom, lock it right in. Looking good. Yeah, move those tomatoes over. You got it made.
Okay.
You got it made. And when you move them over, you're going to lose. You got nothing over there, right? So when you move them over, just trim your shot a little bit tighter,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that way we won't see that empty space over there. Very good, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boom, 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 boom. I got Zoom windows just popping up all over the place. Get it fixed, guys. Yeah, all right. So this little wall is a prop wall.
That little wall is put in afterwards.
Oh, okay. All right, so you shot it in front of the script.
Well, the scrim is above the set.
Oh,
and
got
then
it.
I've got the light coming through the scrim from about 6.5 feet high.
Yeah. Your highlights look great. The label looks great. Everything looks good. It's really solid. Really solid. Yeah. Rob Royer.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Rob.
It's 10 below here this morning, but it's supposed to get cold tomorrow.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So what you're saying, Rob, is that as soon as we're done with the show, you're going to go out and take a quick dip. So you know,
something like that.
So what is the life expectancy at 10 below? Seriously, it's like what, a minute and a half, something like that?
It's not that bad if you dress for it.
When I was in college, I put myself through college working at the Safeway warehouses. And occasionally I would fill in over at the frozen food, where I believe frozen food was 10 degrees. And you'd go in there and you work for hours in there. And then you'd come out and you had to go into the warm-up room before you went outside, because outside is 120 degrees. You could go from 10 degrees to 120 and it was really not good on you. We actually had a guy die, young man, 36 years old, die. His heart gave out. But the warm-up room was like 36. So I was cold in the warm-up room, man. It was terrible in back. This is really pretty. Good job, my friend. Good job. This is great. These highlights look great. The product is so carefully placed. Wow.
Yeah,
now, do you do this kind of work, Rob?
No, I do not. This is.
Were the videos that I made, and I'm asking seriously on this, I'm not trying to get somebody to pat me on the back. I'm asking, did the videos I make, do they really help you? Did you get something from them? Because this is really well done.
Oh, absolutely. I've been watching lots of your videos and other people's as well. Yeah, no, I had no clue before actually starting your last food course and this one. I had never shot anything like this.
Well, it looks like you're enjoying it because it's good work.
Oh, it's fun. Really like it.
Yeah. So you got these big white cards on both sides. And look what it's doing. It's giving that great highlight there. We get a little highlight sneaking back across the top here. We have a gradient across the front. All of this makes it interesting. If this was just flat, it wouldn't be nearly as interesting. Gradient from here to there. Neat. Neat. How is that product, by the way?
I bought it just for the shot, and it's sitting down in our basement bathroom, waiting till the day when we can have visitors again.
There you go. There you go. I gotta share. Mark Lund, you're out there, right?
Yep, I'm here.
Would you get that microphone on red ready to share with us at some point? Okay, good. We found a new side job for Mark. He's going to buy crap at the dollar store and sell it on eBay for $50. So, all right, very nice, Rob. Really nice.
Thank you.
Ooh, Lawrence, nice Photoshop work. Wow.
Thanks.
Wow, I like this.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're gonna go, of all of that stuff there, Don, and that's what you saw, and that's not what I saw. I see the entire image, but you're gonna fix that one right there. You see it? Yeah, we're gonna fix that. Everything else is just perfect. Wow, nicely done.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, when people are paying us the kind of money they pay us to do this kind of work, we give them absolutely, this is really, really cool.
Thank you. I just learned how to make water, and I don't think I'm that great at it.
The water it's hard for me to see if you, because the water doesn't look like it's on the box. It looks like it's flapping around between the tentacles here.
That's what I try to do, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. How's the rum?
Well, I'm not a specialist, but I quite like it. I quite like it.
Oh,
I think a lot of people are using it to mix with ginger beer and Coke, that kind of stuff. But I like it neat.
Yeah, I like it neat. Just give me 2 fingers of rum. I'll sip it for a while. Yeah. Look at, I love your box. Boy, I could spend all day on this shot. This is really, really nice. Your lighting, getting the edges of the Kraken or whatever, even if that's just in the paint, it just feels like it's a relief from there. That looks really good.
It is.
And your silver, your metallic showing up here, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. Are you on Instagram?
Not really, no.
Okay. Because I would, if you were on Instagram, I would tell you to put this up and tag them.
Okay. Well, that's a kind of fan art. They do all their shot with tentacles and stuff like that. So I try to imitate some things they would do.
Yep. Yeah, really nicely done.
Thank you.
I got that up, Dawn, if you want to enable screen sharing.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. This is pretty cool. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hit stop share on mine. Go ahead and put that up. This is a $4 microphone from 5 and under.
Yep.
Now, tell me you wouldn't spend $50 if this was on eBay. In a heartbeat, right? That's the power of photography. All right. Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get back over here to this. Power of photography will sell stuff like crazy. All right, so I got somebody with a Sony box here. This is David Hayden.
Hi, Don.
Hi, David. Pretty nice. There's no flaws in the box. Well, a little flaw right there. We can fix that in about, one snap of the.
I fixed so many flaws. I probably have 100 heels on those boxes. I've been around for so long, but yeah, I missed that one for sure.
Yeah. Very, very nice. The white edges here. You know what I would do? I would say, don't get rid of them. Just cut those out and then darken it a little bit, the whole strip you cut out, so that we take those white lines way down, more gray, and then they won't pull our eye from the camera. Because right now, when we look at this, we see those lines. They're very visible to us. And we don't want to get rid of them because then it doesn't look like a packaging anymore. But if we just bring them down, we'll make them great.
I was curious about that because they were part of the packaging and I just wasn't quite sure how to handle it. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And I put the words up there because I figured I had this thought actually from reading a book. You create these photographs and they throw text all over them and then it messes up your balance and stuff. And I was wondering how it would look if there were, text in the upper right and then across the plateaus across the bottom, text down there or something. So I kind of
and when an art director gets a hold of an image like this, you'd be surprised that there's probably a bajillion places that they could put type, and do it really, really cool. Very nice, man. Really nice. Oh, when you're in there fixing that other one, this one up here, that little thing there, fix that one right there. Right there.
Oh, lower right-hand corner. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, good, man. Really, really nice. Yeah. A good Photoshop work, by the way, cutting them out too. They really don't look like they're sitting on something that you shot. They really, when I saw them, they kind of looked like they were hanging. So really nice job with that.
Yeah, and that reflection on the lower part of the right-hand box or the middle box, in the right-hand corner of the middle box. Yeah, right in there. That worked out great because when I was going through pictures, I saw the picture I had from the reservoir with the light kind of coming from the lower right. I thought they kind of fit in well. So
yes, whenever you're doing something like this, any kind of like, have you ever seen somebody do a sky replacement and the light on the clouds is opposite that the light on the, it's like, think it through, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just saw a shot with light with a sky replacement of a crystal clear lake. Guess what they didn't do? They didn't flip it and put it in the lake. The lake said crystal clear skies. The sky said, "Ooh, look at all these clouds." Kind of go, was it replaced? Yeah, I think so. Really nice one. Really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fix a flat. Saved my butt on a motorcycle ride. Tom Siebert. You out there, Tom? I think Tom works on Saturdays. Real clean, Tom. Nice highlights all the way through. This label looks great, and your highlight through it here. You've done great control on it all the way through the behind the scene shot. Oh, okay. Dark field lighting plus the strip. Oh, okay. And a reflector over the camera. That's nicely done. That's nice. That reflector right over the camera. I don't know if it's really in the way he's holding it here. It's tilted a little bit. So I don't know if he really tilted it or not. But oh yeah, this is one of those places where I say you always need a boom. One of those places where you need that second boom is sometimes to hang a white card over the camera, so it's like right coming down to the lens. And we have been known, don't ever hesitate to take a white card and kind of slot in it like this and stick the lens right through it there, and then take the piece of cardboard you had there and stick it right back in there, and get that thing back, because it's easy to touch out that tiny little hole, the tiny little thing. And maybe you're lucky and there's some black type on the label. You just stick that camera right there. So cool. Thank you, Tom. Wow, beautiful, Carmen. Look at that.
It was about the netting.
Yeah. Are those avocados?
No, they're limes.
They're limes. Okay. It's just gorgeous. What? Okay.
The snoot. It was all direct lighting, and I bounced the speed light into the card on the right, and then whatever the snoot hit on the card below.
Okay, so this speed light is bouncing into that card?
Yeah.
Okay, and the snoot is coming down it looks like it's in front of the limes. Is it in front?
Yes.
So we just get that little highlight right there. Wow. That's so cool.
Is this underexposed?
No, it's dead on.
Okay.
It's dead on. When you print this, it's just going to be glorious. Just absolutely glorious.
Very cinematic.
Yeah. I'd print this on personally, I'd try it on metal.
Ooh.
A metal print.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really pretty. 200 and 100 millimeter ISO.
1/200th of a second. It's my 100 millimeter lens.
What a beautiful, how long did it take you to do the shot, by the way?
Okay, this is the part where I think I've been in this group too long. It was my first shot.
Well, that's all right.
No. But then I did like 50 more.
Because you're because you're certain that the first shot couldn't be good, right? You're like, nah.
Well, okay, I'll be honest. I think I had one that just was completely black. That was really the first one, and then I just kind of tinkered. I think it should be about this much, this much, this much. Yeah, let me put the card here. Let me do this there, and then I went and fiddled with it for like another 50 shots. And when I took them into Lightroom, I'm like, it's the first one.
There you go.
I fiddled with the limes. They are perfect in like the way they're hanging.
And then I kept like, well, let me put this one up here and let me, and the bag of limes never looked right. That was the best looking bag, where they hung.
It's just stunning. It's got to be in your portfolio, obviously.
Thank
just
you.
Stunning. Beautiful, beautiful job. Carl Moore.
Hi, how's it going?
Nice, Carl. Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, you know what? The first thing I went to, what did my brain go to? My eyes went and said, "How did you do that so nicely? That looks very good."
Oh yeah, I was fiddling around with that. I had 3 other ones that I was playing around with, but I just kept the one where it was kind of unraveled a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Your shadows soft here, and then that shadow wrapping around here looks really good. Get that little bit of light in the front here. The box looks great. So you buy the paper and you get a plant, or you just basically saying the bamboo is.
It was like I have a lot of plants actually, but the bamboo is because I think the paper is made out of bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
But the bamboo isn't the best. It's really overwatered. That's why it's yellow. But I still wanted the bamboo for context, I guess.
Sure. Sure. And you know what? You can grab this bamboo and just in Photoshop, just kind of green it up if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of color.
Maybe I'll wait a couple of weeks without watering it. It'll naturally turn green and redo it.
Yeah, this looks very good, man. Very solid all the way around. Your text is easy to read over here. We see it all. This is not blown out. It's a nice simple background, and I don't see a horizon. It's a nice thing, and sweep that you got on. Having it be a little bit brighter here,
okay,
just adds a lot of dimension to it.
Then I had to tape down the top of the box. You can kind of see the tape a little bit, but the tape was brown, so it's actually, I don't know, it blends in.
Yeah, yeah, because the boxes will never fit. They never.
Yeah, it was just popping up on the top.
Yeah. Solid, my friend. Which lens?
I pretty much always use a 50mm lens, just because I do a lot of I did a lot of people photography before the pandemic, but yeah, so I'm just very used to a 50mm lens. I know like a closer in lens would probably be better for products.
No, 50mm. Probably you're going to use it probably 70-80% of the time.
Yeah, I use it.
Yeah,
probably 90%. I use it all the time.
Yeah. It's funny, we DSLR shooters, we get this mindset of if you have a camera, you need a big bag of lenses, right? And we all do it. We buy a 20 and a 24 and a 28 and a 35 and a 50 and an 85 and a 135 and a 200. This big old bag of lenses. And then we go out and get an 8x10 camera and we have one lens because we can't afford to hire a Sherpa to carry 25 pounds of lenses around with us. And somehow that 1 or 2 lenses on our 4x5 or 8x10 are all we need. When you think
of I know a lot of my photographers only use like a medium format camera with the 80mm lens, which is a 50mm lens anyway.
Yeah.
So I think that I definitely have that influence.
Yep. Really good, man. Really good.
All right. Thanks.
Solid product shot. Marjorie Decker.
Hi, Don.
Hi. Looks really clean. Did you get rid of the shadows here?
No.
No? All right. Well, cool.
Yeah, I was worried about the top though, because it's kind of blown out. I thought the very, very top. I thought I didn't have something protecting that. Yeah.
Up here? No, that's okay. We can't read it. It's a little bit bright. That's okay. But it's too small of a highlight for us to be worried about on it. Your label looks good. The shadow under here gives us this nice dimension for this thing coming out like that. All of it looks good. It just looks like it's floating to me. Like it's just sort of like.
I shot it on a white, some white paper. And then I colored it in Photoshop using the channels.
Okay. All right. All right. So is that a stack of cards or a shadow? That's a shadow.
Shadow.
Okay, green
because
up.
the light's coming straight down on it.
Yeah, green up your shadow.
Okay.
Yeah, green up. Just isolate your shadow and get some green into the shadow. Then it'll look right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nicely done, Marjorie. And what did you shoot this with? Oh,
With the 55 Nikkor on my Canon bodies.
okay. Manual focus, obviously.
Correct. Yeah.
Well done. Thank you.
Okay.
Dan.
Hello.
Hi, Dan. What are we looking at here? Is this the package, or we got 4 packages that you put together with some Jello?
It's 4 packages.
Oh, okay.
But I was trying to echo the package design in the finished graphic.
So that's real Jello down there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Jello's hard to shoot. You did a pretty good job with it, though. You got nice highlights. You got good color with it all the way through here. And then this is laid in Photoshop, or is this a single image we're looking at?
Well, for depth of field, I composited 2 because I was at f11 and still one or the other was way out of focus. So
got it. Yes. Looks pretty good. Here's what you're gonna since it's in Photoshop. We are going to do this. We're going to see how this angle goes up, and that angle kind of goes down. This angle and that angle match, right? We're going to have this angle mirror that angle, just a little bit down there. Okay, so it mirrors that. Then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. These are all on a different layers or on one layer.
no, the 4 boxes were shot together.
Okay.
The whole thing was just the focus was the only reason I had to composite it.
Got it. So let's fix that angle. All you have to do is isolate this guy and just kind of skew him in there a little bit, tiny little bit. That will work. Boxes look good. Lighting looks good. Well done, sir.
Thanks.
50 millimeter f11 and how many shots?
2 shots. One for the boxes in focus and one for the Jello.
Got it. Very nice. What kind of lighting are you using?
I had a softbox over the top and then a second light on the backdrop. I had a couple of, there's the behind the scenes next. I had a couple of white cards and then I brought in black cards to define the box edges.
Well, it works out good. Works out very well. Super.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's pretty complex, man. And you got the Jello to look good. That's important. That's not easy.
Well, when I shot the Jello, I did bring a black card over the top to take any direct reflections off the top surfaces.
Okay. Yeah, clean. Good job. Solid job. Solid. Joe, got some.
Hey, Don.
Hi, pharmaceuticals looks good. Are these floating?
Yeah.
I like the way you tilted your bottle down here. This is again really a good shot.
First I had the bottle. The box is a little different with the bottle just out on its own. I liked it better overlapping.
Yeah. Now, are they shot separately?
Nope, one shot.
All right. That's how you did it. All right.
Skewers. And they're hot glued.
Hot glued to the skewers?
Yep.
Very good.
And then just the blue in the background, the blue gelled strobe.
Blue gelled strobe against the black.
Yep, that's gray. That's gray.
Yeah, right. Wow. Looks good, Joe.
Thanks.
And it's very well evenly lit. We can read all this text. This is exactly the kind of stuff that industry likes to see. So
And what about tipping the box to show there's nothing on the sides of the boxes?
They don't bother with it.
Okay.
Don't bother with it.
I said it would give it more dimension.
Enough room though for the fine print about how if you take it,
Right.
it'll die and limbs will fall off and 10,011 words that have to go.
Right. At least that much.
Yeah, that's how people who can read words really fast get jobs doing commercials for pharmaceuticals. Really well, man.
Thanks.
Done. Really done well. Peachtree Brewing Root Beer. Wow, nicely done. Diane McMillan. Is Diane here?
I am here.
There you are. Nicely done. Your labels look beautiful in here, even though we got this nice, it looks like a nice bright light here and a smaller highlight here. The label itself looks very good.
Thank you. So what do you think about the fact that they're not straight?
I don't want to see that stuff. That's all I don't want to see. The rest of it, yeah, you got to turn this one a little bit so we don't see that. We just see the piece, the root beer thing. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But your lighting on here is great. So if you know what I'm saying is, if you had to reshoot them to get something for your portfolio, I just twist them. So if we can see anything on this back label here, we don't want to see it. There's plenty of label to show here. Not only that, but you could have one a little bit of a different angle than the other one.
Okay. It for some reason I thought when I shot, I mean, now that I look at it, I see space on both sides that I could have twisted it. But I also, when I shot it, for some reason I didn't think it was fitting, and so I tried to manipulate it using two to have the whole label.
Yeah, I instantly saw what you did. You showed us this on this one and you showed us that on that one. But I think you can overlap them just a little bit.
Okay.
That's a quarter of an inch and that's a quarter of an inch. You'll still have the left side on that side and the right side on this side. Because even if you turn this a quarter of an inch, we're still probably not going to see that.
Right.
Right. And the same vice versa here. So.
Okay.
Yeah. 2470 at 70. I love your woody looking surface and this little textury brown background. It just feels like root beer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, really well done. How is the root beer?
I haven't tried it yet. It was expensive.
Yeah.
It was like $10 for a 6-pack for root beer. I thought that was a little high.
Oh man, that's more than I pay for whiskey. Look at this. Pay all that money for it, and half the bottles are like they're cheating you. Damn it!
I guess they are.
Say, got to be really careful because you could, they'll freak out if you did that. You're gonna have to find 2 bottles that are pretty close, so the client doesn't come and kill you. Because believe me, they would get letters.
Okay, and I was I was surprised at the quality of the bottles. Is that typical in product photography that you get these inferior? I mean, there's pits and bumps and.
Not typical. No, it just depends on the brand.
Okay.
Etc. So these aren't returnable bottles, are they?
I think they are.
There you go. If they're returnable bottles, yeah, they're going to be beat up. Yep.
Okay.
Because they're going to go through the stuff that's never returned. By the way, if it was up to me, I'd make everything returnable.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, just
It just makes me sad when I take my trash out.
Well, we buy sour cream and a couple of other things down here at the Safeway, and it's all returnable. You pay for it, 20 cents or something. You come back in, they just credit you 20 cents.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really great. Yeah, really good job. Super good job. And your lighting, really clean. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Jay, little tea box.
Hi.
Hi, Jay.
Yeah, it's a gift tea box, gift assortment, and it's unique. I haven't seen one like this before. So it's got 9 different kinds of tea, and And the background is from, it's a scene in a road in northern Thailand. So I thought, you know, want to get something that was atmospherically congruent.
Okay. You got a little bit darker around it here, so it kind of pops out a little bit. The light,
Yeah,
the light on this looks pretty darn good in here.
Thank you.
That looks good. A Fuji X-T3 at 28. So you shot it a half a second at f8, ISO 800.
It was dark in there. Yeah.
Okay, and a gridded Einstein above it. Okay.
It was hard to get it so it wasn't either too light or too dark, and especially in the front panel was really a challenge. So
okay. All right. So you put
actually I put the black card on top to cut down and create a little more shadow in the back, because you had told me about that on another shot to bring it in that would differentiate it more.
Mm-hmm.
So I used that this time as well.
All right, and that little blue, that's probably why you were shooting it so long of a thing there, is to get that little blue thing to come in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Would it have been, I was thinking I have like little teapot and teacups. Would that have taken away from the hero of being the box?
Maybe. I think you can float the box, Jay, but I don't think you can float teacups. I think it's going to look too weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll stick with this then. I figured it'd be enough area for type if we'd have worn it.
Yeah. Quite good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Axe is always a popular subject to shoot. Black on black, black on dark. Mark, you brought your highlight down here really nicely.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? Did you bracket this?
No, believe it or not, Don, this is a composite.
Oh, okay.
You look at the behind the scenes shot, you'll see how I did it. I used a lot of Photoshop, gradients, because that glass, when I got it in Lightroom and I looked at that glass, it was dusty, it was everything else. And I'm thinking, not a chance. So I used Photoshop.
So your guys are on their own layer.
Yeah, I cut them out from the background and put them on a separate layer.
They're too dark.
Okay.
Bring them up. Bring them up. Not this one. You know. So okay. What I'm thinking to do, Mark, is to bring one up that's lighter, that you can open it up a little bit.
Okay.
Below this one, and then with a mask and a brush at about 15%, just carefully expose this underneath it until it looks right. Okay.
Okay.
Same thing with that highlight down the edge. Let's just get that. See, this highlight works. This one is just, we got to get it back up. We got this one to come up to here. Really, this looks so good in here, and we're just going to bring that little highlight up a little bit. The fact that it's on a new layer, awesome. Be a piece of cake. You know that burning and dodging technique I use to make a new layer? That's what you use. But if these things are floating on their own layer and they're not touching the background, it'd be so easy to just lighten that up. You might even be able to use that technique for the entire thing. Let's get this blue a little bit brighter. Let's get these letters in here a little bit brighter. Part of it is these are all metallic and this is white paint.
Yes.
And so it's so much brighter that it's just jumping off. We got to get these guys to come up and meet it at least halfway.
Okay.
All right. Yes, sir. 24 to 70 at 52.
Yep.
ISO 64. Boy, that was a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Don't know too many people using ISO 64 these days.
Well, the D810, it's very easy to use it.
Neat. Neat. Just reminds me of Kodachrome.
It does.
Just like I would, if I had that on mine, I'd use it all the time just because it reminds me of Kodachrome.
Thanks, Don.
Yes, sir. Very good. Carla McMahon, are you here?
Yes, hi, Don.
Oh. What the heck was that, Carla?
I don't know. It wasn't from my side.
Oh, okay. Wow, look at this beautiful shot. Look at you. This is really great. Your little spots of water. Now you've done all that, right? Is this Vaseline and water or
It's glycerin and water, yes.
and water? Did you put Vaseline on the cans first?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't. What do you put Vaseline on for?
Well, the Vaseline makes the water bead. You just take.
Oh, okay.
No,
I mix the glycerine with the water and put it in a spray bottle.
Right, and you're on a shiny can, so it's going to bead anyway. But sometimes if you put it on water, even though it's glycerin, it'll run. Not on water, on glass, it'll still run. So what you do, you take just a dab of Vaseline and rub it all over the bottle. Just get it all so it's such the super thinnest you could possibly do. And then you have that very thin area. You spray the spray on, and it'll just instantly bead because it's the oil and the petroleum jelly keeps the water from running. You know, oil and water, right? So
Okay, cool.
but you got a really great effect here. How did you clean up the surface up front?
Okay, so the surface is Photoshop, and I made the reflections also in Photoshop. Each can was shot on its own. So yeah.
Very good. Very nice. And lens
on the red can with the top surface, the metallic cover, would it be any better if it was just straight across as opposed to that little dip there? Because the other ones are pretty straight across.
Not necessarily, Jay, because it's the dip is how you pull it off. See it? That's how you pull the thing off. Yeah. So it's not.
So it's like a tab thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like a foil covering kind of thing.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was a little. I couldn't quite understand it. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Really, really clean.
Looks great.
All your spacing is beautiful. Great shot. Let's look at your lighting.
Oh my word, the lighting. I had to basically cover the whole front with the cans are quite reflective actually. Yeah. There's a lot of silver. And it was just everything was going dark. So it's like a wall of white in front of the can, basically.
And how did you just stick the camera through a little hole?
Yes, I cut a hole in some diffusion, my Savage Translume, like the diffusion paper. And my camera's going through that. But even then, there was still, you can see the line from like the little drop on the can.
And I see a little dark area there. So I bet that's the camera because of your angle. Well, that's so minor. No one was even going to notice.
No, it's actually a whole line. I cleaned it up quite a bit. I mean, I brought it up a bit, but right from the little drop all the way down is a whole line. And I mean, the only hole is for my round little lens. And so but there was the whole line was dark. I have brought it up a bit. Yeah.
Well, you did a great job. Great job. Someday, maybe a tilt shift lens is in your future, and you won't have to fight that anymore.
I have a tilt shift lens. I think I might have this might have been with my tilt shift. I'm not sure, but I don't know if I was using it as. So what would you do? Would you just drop it lower? So the camera's
no, you're going to shift it, not shift it sideways. So you've got your
Okay.
tiny bottle here, right? And your lens, your film back is here, and your lens is over here. Now, I've exaggerated this, right?
Yeah.
So your lens is going straight at your can right there, but your film back, the center of your capture card is there. So when you put a white card over here right next to your lens, angle of incidence equals angle of reflection, and you don't see the black line.
Okay. I must try that. Like I did the mirrors.
Yep. Very cool. Beautiful job, Carla.
Cool. Thanks.
Lovely job. Lovely job. Oh, Melvin did a 6-pack of Coke. That looks great, Melvin. Look at you. How much work did you put on that bottle? Well, Melvin's here, right? I just saw his name a minute ago. Melvin? No? Oh, really, highlight here is great gradient going through here. This looks good. Everything. I love the highlights on the bottles. Nicely done, sir. That's all I can say to that. Nicely done. Really well done. Nice packaging shot, Melvin. Yeah. Simple, but very effective. All right. Look of chocolates.
Yes.
Nicely done with the chocolates. Nice bright clean background, getting a little dark in here, Luke. We're going to bring that up. And
Where there, yes.
Those, and the thing I would probably tell you to use is either dodge it lighter with a new layer option mask kind of thing. Do that, or Vivesa. Vivesa will help you bring that gold up. Chocolate looks pretty good. Let's get a little bit brighter on the top of the chocolate here. These little highlights need to come up a little bit. Love the way the gold looks on these packaging. That's really beautiful. Now over here, same gold packaging. We need to get this coloration over on these, right?
I use the trick of Van Rick for the high pass also.
Okay.
Rick and I don't know the name.
You use the high pass.
Matkowski. He adding pop to your image with the high pass filters.
Okay.
For pop the gold up.
This gold looks great. So what I would do is I'd see this angle that's coming up here. I would have had this box. I would take that box and come back at the same angle over here. So we're going to mirror this angle to the center of the thing, and we're going to drop it down. This angle goes up, and then this angle goes across, and that whole dynamic dies. Let's pull this one down so it's not straight across and over here. Let's look at your lighting real quick. I think we probably can get that gold to light up there as well. Yeah. You see, you got this great big white card over here where it looks like a scrim, your light's going through. Yeah. Here's your lens, right? Angle of incidence, angle of reflection. Now this is turned away. So when the light hits there, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, the reflection's missing your camera. We turn that in, and we're going to bring that's going to shine. Do you have an assistant that you can work with? Anyone that can do with you?
Yes, my wife.
Great. So what you're going to do is look through the camera. She's going to turn that little bit, and all of a sudden it's just going to go boom. It's going to catch that light and reflect it right back to the camera. Then you work with the other one as well, and you'll have it made. That's a nice shot.
Okay, thank you.
This still set up? You can go back and do it?
Yes, but the setup is always there.
Great. Great. Let's go back and do that and get those get these boxes to shine like that one is.
Yes.
Really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, your horizon line I think is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see anything wrong with the horizon line. And your white background is nice and bright and white. So let's just clean that composition up and we'll have it.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Say, Don, can I throw in a comment there?
Yeah.
On the one of the things I do is I'm able to control my camera with the cell phone, so I can take my cell and look at the cell phone as I arrange things. If I'm using continuous lights, it really kind of helps.
Yes.
Kind of get those things. Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah. If you any kind of software that you can drive the live view to your camera can really help you. I like Cam Ranger because it goes to an iPad. I really like Cam Ranger. So if it's within your budget and you're doing this stuff and you're doing a lot of it by yourself, I think they're like $300, but you can fire the camera from it. You can focus from Cam Ranger. You can do pretty much everything off your iPad or your phone. I find sometimes the phones are too small to really be of value for me, but the iPad is really nice.
I use a Smart Shooter 4.
Okay, that goes the Smart Shooter. That's the Nikon, right?
No, it's a Canon.
It's Canon.
Yes, Smart Shooter 4, and is a program with live view, and you can control the camera and all.
Okay, that's very cool. I need to look into that. Paul Mantrip.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks.
Well, I love you got that horizon down there. It's just sitting there. It's got plenty of stuff to sit on, but we don't have too much surface to go back there. It's really clean. Good for you. Your light looks to me like it's coming from the front here. Looks like we got a big old white card out in front of this guy, right? Coming out front here.
We've got a softbox at the top.
Softbox at the top for the down light. All right, cool. But did you, and we're going to go look at you behind the scenes in a second, but did you put a white card over here to get a highlight down here?
I didn't know.
Okay. That's what you need on the glassware. The other thing is, this is beer?
It is, yes.
Okay. We want to get this beer to light up. And right now the beer is looking at dark ochre behind it, you see? And we're going through the beer to the dark ochre. So this is an easy move in Photoshop, folks. This is an easy move. You drop a white, since your light is from above, you drop a white card down behind this cup like this, angled up towards your light about 15, 20 degrees, make an exposure. Now we're going to look through the beer and see that white card. And the beer is going to look like beer. We take the white card layer and put it below this layer, put a mask on it and just paint it out. And there's your beer. You guys have seen like beer on black, right? Well, if there's nothing behind the beer would be black because beer is translucent. So you see that bright, shiny yellow beer with the head and it's on a black background. That's because behind the glass is white and we're seeing it. Next time you do this, Paul, try that out. It's really, like I say, it's a simple move in Photoshop to do it, to get that shot.
I did actually take a picture of it with white card at the back.
Oh.
But my Photoshop skills are not quite good enough to combine them together to get the right color.
Okay, did you, what is it too bright with the white card?
It is, yes.
Yeah, you got to get the right exposure. So you may actually have to change the power of your strobe on the card shot to get it where you want it. Okay. Don't do it by aperture. Why? Why not do it by aperture? Who knows? You can change your depth of field.
Yeah. Okay.
But we don't want to mess with the depth of field. We have two images that have to match. So we're going to do it by power or ISO. You could move your ISO up, you know, a notch or two at a time and get it that way. And to get the right one to go in the back. Yes, you're right. You got one light up at the top and without the lights on the side. I imagine when you did that white card, it just blew it the hell out, right?
It did, yeah.
John, I got a question.
Yeah.
On the above the label, it looks like there's a logo that's either etched in the glass or raised in the glass of the bottle. How would you bring that out?
This here?
No, on the bottle itself.
On the bottom. Oh, that. Well, we're going to
Yes.
go look at we're going to look at the lighting here, and I'm thinking the lighting is only coming from the front on this, and those raised edges, right? They need something from the side to reflect. Angle of, you know, you got the bottle like this with all the little raised things right here, white card over here, angle of incidence, angle of reflection. All those little etches are going to take it right back to the camera. So that's what's missing there. Let's go over and see this. Yeah, oh, you got black cards on the right side. Ooh.
And I did have just to the side, just where the black cards come to the front, I did actually have white card either side. But,
okay, so these two halves are white, and that one's black back there.
Yeah, I did have that, but didn't give the picture I wanted at the time.
I would say your black card is coming too far forward. Move it back, and your white card is at that point got probably be too small. So just add a little bit to it.
Okay.
You know, so you got your bottle here, and your black card is like here, and then you got the white card, and then just add another white card to it there. This is going to give you that edge right there, right back to the camera being dark, and this is going to give you all the label stuff that you need on it.
That's
Make
great.
sense? All right.
Yep.
All right, very good. And when you reshoot this, and if you do, just put it on Facebook and tag me. When you reshoot it, bring these bottles in a little bit tighter. Okay.
Okay.
They're social distancing. We don't want that. All right, very good. Very good. Oh yeah, Mark. Clean, Mark. Nice and clean. My kid loves these things.
My big kid loves them too.
Highlights look good up in the caps. Sharpness all the way through. Labels look great. Pretty nice, simple, but tricky job to do.
Yeah,
So,
I thought it was going to be pretty straightforward, but it was.
Yeah, tricky. They're tricky. Sometimes finding, when you're doing this for your portfolio, the trickiest part is finding ones that match. And you did a pretty good job here, but notice this label's higher than that label.
I noticed that after I submitted it and had a little bit of time away from it, it'll only take me about 5 minutes in Photoshop and I can bring them even.
Yeah, and you know, you end up being that crazy guy, that crazy gal in the Safeway store, you know, looking at all the jugs of stuff to make sure the labels are right, and the people in the store think you're out of your mind. It's like when you're over trying to find mushrooms to photograph and you're going through the mushroom one by one. Yeah, they think you're pretty weird, but that's what'll happen. Now, when you get them from the company will make sure that the packages that they give you are absolutely perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If you're shooting for this brand, the Naked brand, they're going to make sure they're absolutely perfect. If you're shooting for the local Kroger store, then you're going to go to the Kroger store and pick them out, and you're going to get what you get. But they're going to pay you, you know, $10,000 product shot from these guys and a $150 drop and pop from the Kroger store.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we have to be very aware that, you know, the same shot isn't really the same shot. Use is great. I like how you did this, Mark. Show how
I made a template where I put frames in instead of photos, and then I just have to import the new photo into the frame and do a little bit of moving around. I'm going to start making it a habit of doing this on the shots.
Great. Really nice. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Giannis has, okay.
Hello, Don.
Hi, Giannis. This is nicely done, sir.
May I say something before you review my photo?
Well,
Actually, I had another one with 6 bottles of beer and a glass in the middle, but it looked more like beverage, like other than a package. So 20 minutes before the meeting, I changed my mind and I totally posted that one instead of 6 bottles.
Yeah, well, you know, this is nice. I like your, and I agree with you, by the way. I was, someone asked me if I could shoot wine bottles. I said, no, wine bottles by themselves are wine bottles. It's a different genre. If you got the bottle of wine and the box it came in, then you can take the bottle out and shoot it. That's packaging. So we have to be very careful with it. I like what
That's why I thought.
Your light on the box is great. One of the things that when you have a box, something that is just sort of a boring shape, what you did here by bringing this gradient from light to dark here, and then this gradient from light to dark here, you helped shape this box with your lighting. Really
to give
nice.
A bit dimension, yes.
Yes, very nicely.
Thank you.
And this is a case where I probably would today, because of our modern sensibilities and our modern abilities to do it, I would have taken this shot, not even touched anything, but take a shot with a piece of white paper stuck behind there, right down like this, taking a second shot.
Actually, I did it, but it came out very bad.
Oh.
I did it with a reflection. Yes, I did it. I did 3 shots, and I thought to put a rim light there, and it was...
No, not for a rim light. It's not going to look right because there's no justification for it. There's no cinematic reveal. No, all I'm talking about is that gold. Right there. That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, I would have retouched it a bit, but it was 20 minutes before the meeting. I had no time, and I was last minute, wow, I have to change it. So I shot one for the label to be lit.
Got this card under here for the label and everything, and a nice backlight. And that card coming under here is what's giving us this great highlight across the front.
No, that was the snoot. It is from the camera's left. I actually have not that one, that photo. Where's the white card? There is a snoot.
There's a snoot on the card here?
In the camera, yes, the camera's left is snoot. But I don't have a picture of it. I forgot I was such in a hurry.
Yeah.
That I actually did not have the time to post it.
Yeah, it's very, very, very pretty. I see your snoot lighting right here. It's going a little bit dark.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, cool. Good.
Thank you, Don.
Yeah. 24 at 50, 24 to 105 at 50. Yeah. Your shadows are even interesting in here too, by the way. You know, we got light over here with an unanswered shadow. We've got light here with an unanswered shadow. So it really makes it dimensional. I like it a lot. Good job.
Thank you, Don.
Yeah. Stephen Von Herpern. Hey, Stephen.
I'm getting there. Good morning.
There you are. Good morning. How are you? Look at that.
Except for this little thing, I'm great.
Yeah. I like how you brought the bottle or the glass right in with the glass over here. Good job. That's kind of cool.
I got lucky at Fry's. It was $1.50 on sale. I saw it and went, I know where that's going.
What, the Strongbow was $1.50 for 6-pack?
Oh God, I wish. No, the glass was $1.50.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say what?
I'd have bought a lot more than just 2 6-packs.
Yeah, like, you know, second call would have been to U-Haul. Can I rent a truck?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's really nicely done.
The apple on the other side is the same thing. It really is a nice pairing.
Yeah, because this apple looks like that apple. It looks very, very good. I would have told you, Stephen, shoot a full. I know what you did, but I would say shoot a full one. Always shoot a full one. You very rarely, unless you're pouring it, rarely see an empty one there.
Yeah, I'm going to need 3 more people around me if I'm going to pour stuff. It's just, you got one hand on the remote and one hand holding a white card, and now you're trying to pour with your nose or something. I don't know, but
Well, I don't know about how the lockdown is going to be. We have 3 more weeks of this, and then we have a month off, and then we start the next one. I don't know what the lockdown is going to be. So I've prepared 2 classes. We have a portrait class because everybody chomping at the bit to go out and take pictures of people again.
sweet.
If we're open. If we're not, we're doing beverages, which is pour shots, splash shots, martinis, sodas, all that kind of stuff. So either
We'll
way,
figure it out.
fun. Really nice. Let's look at your lighting, sir. So we got a big light on top. Is there something coming through the scrim?
Nothing to do scrim at all. No.
Okay.
The softbox is pulled forward a bit and angled towards it, but
yeah,
not too worried about what was back there. Just enough to create that little horizon and nothing else.
Just a little horizon here. I like where you have your horizon, by the way. You got it down nice and low. You got it right through the curve of the apple. So that helps delineate the apple. Looks good. I like you got your camera down a little bit low too, right? So we're looking up at this, which is an unusual angle.
Yeah, that turns out to be a little fussy thing to do too. For whatever reason, it just hitting that right spot.
Yeah, you just 1/8 of an inch is a lot of movement for this kind of shot.
It was.
Yeah. Looks good, man.
Thank you.
Now, if you were shooting for a client, where do you live, Stephen?
I'm in Litchfield Park over on the west side.
Oh, okay. If you're shooting for a client like a liquor store or a bed and breakfast or something like that, this is going to be a very nice shot for them. And then put some type up here. Be very nice. Solid, man.
Thank you, sir.
You were with Jay and I shaking your head at the idea of 3 below, like going, I don't.
I'm.
It's not true, Don. It's not true. They made all that up.
I have the gear to do that, but I have fun on my ham radio talking to people in Canada right now because they're like double digits below 0, and I'm like, well, I think it's going to reach 75 today.
Yeah, yeah.
And they don't want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah. Well, they have to understand, though, Stephen, that while it does reach 75, it's a brutal 75. Come on, right?
It is hard, yes.
Oh.
Also,
the wind might be blowing 2 or 3 miles an hour, gale force stuff.
I may actually have to put a long sleeve shirt on to go outside. So here we go. Asha, look at this.
Hi.
This is really pretty. Look at all these.
Thank you.
You have enough cocoa left over for the rest of the winter, right? I love your little sprinkling of chocolate up here. And these guys look great. That looks really good. The packaging looks very good. I would say, do you have Vivesa, Asha?
No, I don't. I don't. And I didn't have time to do much of, there was a lot of dust, so I had to clean up quite a bit. And then I just didn't have time. I did a stupid mistake out here at the end of, this was my last shot. And I have the background on the center picture. I mean, the center box. You can see what it's resting on behind.
Oh, okay. That little, yeah, you can take that out.
I could take that. Yeah.
And then take take an eyedropper to this Y or this E, and then just dodge these until you match them up pretty well. The background is so dark that if you're doing a little bit of dodging, I don't think it'll lighten the background unless you're overbearing on it. But I think you can pull those up a little bit.
Okay.
I like your composition. It's fun. It's fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do something different because I had the 3 boxes kind of things, and I didn't like that. So this is my 3rd version, in fact.
Yeah, I like it. I may have had you turn this one just a little bit, but not being there now, I don't know if that would work, We got a little bit of an angle here. We got a little bit of an angle here. This one's going straight across, but you do have that one twisted. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
That one's also at an angle, actually, but it's at a very slight angle.
Ah, okay. What lens did you use? 51.4? Okay.
I took your advice and changed my lens.
Good. That works very well. This little texture that you have in the back, that's Photoshop?
No.
No?
It's a canvas. It's a DIY canvas.
Oh, okay. It's a nice, it's a nice canvas and it's sitting on white plexi?
No, it's sitting on white. It's not marble, but something like that, something similar.
Okay. Like a kitchen countertop?
The remnants of a kitchen countertop.
What's that?
I said the remnants of a kitchen countertop.
Got it. Yeah. Oh, something I saw at Home Depot that I hadn't seen before, by the way, is they have at Home Depot today, they have these great big 24 by 24 tiles. I snatched one of those up. It's heavy. It's really heavy. But man, having that 24 by 24, it's almost a 4-foot tile. It's really nice. I mean, nice background. So check them out. I'm sorry, not 20 by 4 by 24, 20 by 20. That's what it was. All right, got your light over here, blocking it here, keeping your edges. So essentially sort of dark field lighting from the side. Very nice. That is probably why our Hershey's is changing color in there. That'll be an easy fix, Asha. Just piece of cake. Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Yes, very good. Jerry.
Hi, Don.
How are you?
Pretty good.
This all looks kind of dark and moody here. I like this little bit of light coming in from here. That's nice. That looks like a snoot on the background, something like that.
Yeah, it's just a flashlight or a speed light to the right. Yeah. Yeah.
Really, really pretty highlight down the side of this. You put a white card back there, but you didn't get this part of the liquor there.
I saw it. I said, what was I thinking?
Yep. And unfortunately, I've tried to do that where you say, okay, well, I'm going to do it. My Photoshop skills aren't there. Like, you know, I have a friend, Dennis, who could do that. He could say, oh, no problem. I'll just grab this and he'll fill it. I can't do that. It's way beyond me.
Yeah, I tried it and failed.
Yeah. But this looks really good in here. I love the way it did the bottle. So it was a learning experience. Look how many things you did right. You did one thing wrong. You can fix that. This actually looks good in here. The S, I would match with the E just to get that S to come out. And this right up front here, that'd be an easy fix. Those letters would be an easy fix with Vivesa.
Okay.
Would be just really, really quick. Do you have Vivesa? It's the Nick collection.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah. Because you just highlight that R and just kind of tweak it up a little bit. You have to do it a couple of times, just little movements. And it won't mess with the back. Love the horizon, really clean. Like the texture. 18 to 55 at 35. Okay, so you're on that crop sensor. Fuji. What is that? Is that that's not micro 4/3, right? It's APS-C.
Yeah, it's APS-C. Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah, very nice. Oh, all right.
Yeah, so the softbox on the left with a scrim in front of it.
There's this. This is the scrim. Oh, that's the softbox. There we go. And the scrim.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. This is a field card. The scrim is the softbox is over here, right?
No, the softbox is actually behind the scrim. So it's the scrim and the softbox together.
Okay, got it. Coming from this side. And then over, what's this this highlight coming from? Wait a minute, that's not in the picture. Okay, that's just a studio glare.
Yeah.
All right.
The white card on the right then and I had various different fill cards around the place as well.
You got all kinds of fill cards. Really clean. Nice shot. Don't get defeated. This is a shot to get, so go back and do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a shot to do. I like it. Good packaging shot. All right. Hey guys, I hope you're having fun. It looks like everybody's having fun. Everybody sticks around. I got to tell you, I want to call this the patience show. I mean, it's like we go 2 hours and nobody ever leaves. That's really exciting. And I think you guys learn as much from watching somebody else's critique as you do from getting your own critique. And so It's really fascinating. What is next week?
Cosmetics.
Cosmetics. Okay. Cosmetics or lipstick, eyeshadow.
Next week is household appliances.
Yeah, household
right?
electronics.
Okay, household electronics do not include lipstick, eyeshadow. Okay, household electronics, toasters, waffle irons, that type of thing. Then I think we do cosmetics. Am I right?
No,
That's right.
fragrances.
No, fragrance, yeah.
We have home appliances, then fragrances, and then cosmetics.
Oh, okay. For those of you who aren't buying a lot of fragrances, and I'm mostly I'm going to be talking to guys here. Guys, it's all about the bottle, and they do have interesting bottles of fragrance at the dollar store. It's cheap perfume because it's $1, but they do have interesting bottles. Okay, they really do. So you can check out the dollar store, Dollar General, any of those places. If you're going to do an antique fragrance, when we get to fragrances, if you're going to do antique, that would be fine too. Start looking now, because that comes up next week and you want to be like out scrambling at the Goodwill stores. But sometimes you'll find some very neat old bottles that people just collect for fragrances. With fragrances, it's all about the bottle. It is all about the bottle.
One hint on fragrances, try and find a bottle that doesn't have anything on the back of it.
Yes. Oh, yes. And if you really want to take the easy way out, don't get one that's translucent. Get one that's painted black. Much easier than trying to shoot through the perfume. So, all right, folks.
I have a real quick question for you, Don. Yeah. When we was talking about the beer and alcohol bottles, wine bottles, compared to what the packaging shot is, like I know with the beverage bottles, one of the examples you had was, I think it was Carla that had the fruit water, and then I did the one with the naked. Like, what's the difference between those? Are those actually packaging? And what's the difference between that and when you get into alcohol bottles by themselves that are not in the...
Well, the alcohol bottles, like bottles of whiskey, bottles of wine, bottles of beer are generally considered beverage.
Okay.
Even though they are a package, the item couldn't exist without the bottle.
Okay.
So when you think of a package, something comes in the package. So a 6-pack of beer in a 6-pack is packaging.
Okay.
One bottle of beer by itself is actually, liquor beverage. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because if you took the glass away, you just have a puddle. Where if you take all the glasses out of the 6-pack holder, you still have a 6-pack holder. That's the package.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, a question on the fragrance.
Yes.
There's men's fragrances too.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes,
it sounded like female fragrances, but
no. There's all kinds of men's fragrances. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
TJ Maxx and Marshalls is really good to go too as well. They've got brand name fragrances for like half of what they normally.
I'm just trying to make sure that everybody knows you do not have to go out and buy 16 ounces of Fabergé or something for $280. Okay, you don't have to do that. You just get something that's a lot more reasonable in the pocketbook, and if you're if you don't have any fragrance, get something you like. Something you like.
We can pour some color, food color in the water. No, for fragrances in the bottle. If we buy a bottle in the dollar store, as you said,
Yeah.
they're empty.
Well, actually, the ones in the no, you can actually buy fragrance in the dollar store for $1. That's what I was saying. It's pretty cheap perfume, but it's there. Most of those are not transparent bottles. They're opaque bottles. Most of them. A lot of your men's fragrances are in opaque bottles. Polo comes to mind. Ralph Lauren comes to mind.
When you say fragrances, you mean like a body spray or cans with body spray or just bottle of perfume?
I'd rather it be a bottle of cologne, perfume,
cologne,
aftershave, that type of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next
Okay,
week,
thank you, Doc.
Next week, waffle makers, toaster ovens, hair dryers, curlers, whatever. We're going to go from something kind of with fun like this packaging into something like you got to make it look really good. In Project 52, one of the assignments we give is a $6 power strip, where you can put 4 plugs in, because they're mundane, they're boring, they're ugly. We get called on to make really cool photographs of the most boring stuff you've ever seen. So if it takes all your skill, all your art, all your ideas for lighting, you have to make something cool out of a power strip that hangs on the thing at Home Depot. It's just good training. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your weekend. And
thank you, Don. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you.
Thanks, Don.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Don.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks, Don.
Have a good
weekend. Bye.
Thanks for all the feedback.
Thanks, Don.